Blake in a little bit of trouble right now.
Chris Cairo was going for the 3-1-2, but Mitch Blake had enough presence of mind to get out of the way, and Jimmy Blaze is right there to capitalize.
Yes, and introduces him to a clothesline. Rough crossing takes one from Mitch Blake.
That was a vicious backhand. Not just an effective maneuver physically, but it's also a mental mind game right there. There is no respect in a backhand like that.
The referee trying to maintain some kind of order, but I know it's hard to do when these 6 men come together.
Chris Cairo right there with a side Russian leg sweep. And now he's calling for it.
Nobody home on that one.
The second rope moonsault, but Jimmy Blaze out of the way, now attacking Cousinetti. The ref is busy trying to keep Cousinetti out of the ring, which allows Jimmy Blaze to put the boot directly on the throat of Chris Cairo.
Mitch Blake going upstairs now.
What is he thinking?
Chris Cairo still in the center of the ring, and a nice elbow coming down on Chris Cairo. 1, 2. And a kick out with Rough Crossing coming in and kicking the head to Mitch Blake.
When you think about the point of the elbow driving into the sternum, you have to realize there is a point on the sternum. It's called the xiphoid process. I'm going to school you a little bit here, Dave Williams. You hit that thing just right, and you crack the sternum. You split the ribs straight down the middle. It's a disaster. That's what Mitch Blake was definitely trying to do right there, was just snap the sternum. Was it effective? Well, Chris Cairo's upright and breathing.
Barely.
Barely might be right, but he scored that double clothesline.
You know, that's adrenaline talking right there, Skitz. You got to give it to Chris Cairo when he can think on his feet like that in an instant, in a split second, to come back and double clothesline somebody like that.
We've got Cousinetti on the offensive. He's taking it to both members of Psychotic Rage. And now he's knocking on Noise, Booze, and Tattoos.
Cousinetti not only going crazy, but he's doing a remarkable job. Wow, there's a 2-on-1 going on and then a 1-on-2 going on.
All 6 men are in the ring. Cousinetti thrown to the outside. Rough Crossing, Jimmy Blaze. Those two have no love lost for each other. Now Chris Cairo thrown to the outside. It's Noise, Booze, and Tattoos taking on Psychotic Rage.
There goes the referee.
The ref trying to break up the action here. And he is out. And he calls for the bell.
You know, that might have been the only way to save the mayhem here.
The main event's not going to be the main event.
Noise, Booze, and Tattoos, a Psychotic Rage, have been disqualified. No winners, Happy and Homer.
I can't believe it. Both teams, Noise, Booze, and Tattoos, and Psychotic Rage are disqualified. Your winners, Happy and Homeless. They will go on to try and regain their tag belts.
But that's not the big story. The big story is what's going to be happening at Crowning of the Champ between Psychotic Rage and Noise, Booze, and Tattoos.
You know, these guys just don't quit for nothing. They just keep going at it after one another. Jimmy Blaze, Rough Crossing, this feud, I've said this numerous times before, it's just never going to end. And this Saturday night in Fox Lake, double First Blood, is it still going to come to an end? Who knows? It's going to go on forever.
It's going to be an outstanding match, but the match of the night, the thing that the entire show is built around, is that Crowning of the Champ match. Like I said earlier in the program, all 6 titles in POW are on the line. Someone is leaving a double champion.
That's a very possibility. Anything could happen in this one match, or anything could happen.
But before we find out who's going to be leaving Crowning of the Champ with a new belt around their waist, we have to find out who's going into Crowning of the Champ as the World Champion. We've got Rex Hart. He's been on a tear going after Brandon Bishop.
The huge Canadian, you better believe it. That's 300 pounds of Canadian.
He's a beast, he's vicious, and he's had Brandon Bishop's number of late. Did Brandon Bishop have enough to pull out a victory against the Canadian Rex Hart, or did Rex Hart's size prove to be just too much for physical fascination?
Well, we're going to find out here in just a few minutes. Rex Hart, Brandon Bishop for the POWW World title.
He's been vicious in his assaults on the champion. He wants to make a name for himself here in POWW. He wants to make a statement, and that statement is he should be the world champion. He will have a chance to prove it right here. Brandon Bishop is going to have to pull out all the stops if he's going to show why he is the world champion, if he is to continue being the world champion. There has never been a better representative of professional wrestling than Brandon Bishop. He looks like he's been chiseled from stone. He's got a demeanor that is pleasant. He's a friend to the fans. He's a friend to everyone in the locker room. He is a military veteran of the Iraq conflict. He came back from his tour overseas, won the world championship, and has been champion ever since. Rex Hart wants to take that away from him.
Well, I'll definitely give him his props on being an Iraq vet. That's for sure. And we should applaud every man and woman serving our military and serving this country.
From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 300 pounds, the challenger, Rex Hart. And to my left, from Indianapolis, Indiana, the world's most perfectly developed man, the POWW Entertainment World Champion, with the Fascination, Brandon Bishop.
Getting a nice pop here from the fans.
The referee for this event, Pee-wee Perella.
As I was going to say before the announcements, Brandon Bishop has been in War 365, but never has it been a straight-up one-on-one battle such as this. Rex Hart has been taking it to him over the past month, trying to make a name for himself, trying to make a statement. He wants to be the world champion, and he is going to do everything it takes to become the world champion. Brandon Bishop, he has got his work cut out for him tonight. There is no question about it. I have faith that he can do it, but if he is at anything less than 100%, not that my faith is diminished, but the logical part of me says Brandon Bishop might not walk away from this one.
You're
I don't
absolutely
know.
correct. Anytime the contender always has the upper edge on a champion going into a bout. Rex Hart starting early, getting under the skin of Brandon Bishop.
That slap to the face, a clear sign of disrespect. But he wanted no part of Brandon once Brandon's ire had been raised. Here they go, the technical skills of Brandon Bishop. He is breaking down Rex Hart. If there is a way to beat this giant, that is it. Keep him grounded. Keep him off his base. Keep that center of gravity as low as possible. Don't let him muscle you over.
Correct. Everybody's the same height when they're laying on the mat.
Rex Hart calling for a flex off, and I don't think he won that exchange. Tie up to the drop toe hold, and once again Brandon Bishop out wrestling Rex Hart.